Hello, my amazing artist. Today we are going to use paint and we are going to mix paints to create various skin tones. You need to have 3 sheets of white paper. So write your name on each sheet. 1, this is 2, and my 3rd piece. Okay, now we are ready to start. So we're going to use tempera cakes for this activity. And no matter what your skin tone is, every single skin tone that we're going to create, we are going to start with white. This is for viscosity. Viscosity allows the paint to move really easily and mix. Now look at my brush strokes, going down and then up. That is how I want you to paint. This is going, if we twist and twirl, look at my brush. Oh, it's gonna get all messed up and have a bad hairdo. Instead, take care of your brush. Go one way, either down and then up, and see how much straighter my bristles are. It looks like my paintbrush has a nice hairdo. That is what we want to do. Okay, friends, then using your handout, you can start to experiment with what colors to use to create different skin tones. But did you see I made a mistake? I did not clean my brush first. So before you pick up a different color, make sure you clean your brush. It needs to have a little bath in your water cup and then dry it off on your paper towel. Okay, then I can wake up whichever color I would like to use. I'm going to start with a brown, and because I had that layer of white underneath, it's going to spread really easily. When I add white to a color, I create a tint. A tint is a lighter shade of a color. So if this brown is too light of a shade, then we can add some different colors to help us. Some skin tones have a yellow undertone, and that might help you create a skin tone that is closer to your skin tone. In this activity, you will see that I'm creating lots of different skin tones, and that is what this lesson is all about. I want you to experiment. How can you create different types of skin tones, and how could you even create your very own? To help these colors blend together, I'm going over them many times. So you'll notice this might take a while, and that's okay. It's actually really fun and relaxing. When you are happy with the skin tone that you created, grab your second sheet of paper and you will create a new skin tone. Because we're starting with white, you have to clean your brush really, really well. This is like the most important step. So I'm really cleaning it and I'm gonna dry it off. Looks pretty good, so I'm ready to dip it into the white tempera cake. I'm loading my brush and time to start. The more white that you lay down on your paper, the more viscosity, and that means the better your colors will move and mix together. And when you are ready, you can begin experimenting how to mix a different skin tone. Now I'm looking at the handout to help me. That gives me some ideas, but there are so many more skin tones than just the ones on the handout. There are so many tints and shades of skin tones. Every single skin tone is beautiful, and each skin tone is unique. There is not one shade of person that's exactly the same shade as another person. So today is all about experimenting how to create skin tones using these colors that you have in your tub. If you find that you need to create a darker shade of a skin tone, you can add black. When we add black to a color, that creates a shade. Now, something that is very important is that if you add too much black, it's going to be hard to make it lighter. So just add a little bit and then go up and down with your brush strokes to blend it in with what's already on your paper. Then you can grab more black from the Tempera cake and blend that in. It's always smart to just add a little bit of whatever color you choose, because you can always add more to it, but you can't really erase or take away the paint. So just keep blending, just keep blending. And if you notice that your paint's getting a little sticky, that means you need to add some more water. Another idea is to layer. So I added some brown, then black, then I'm gonna go back over and add a little more brown. This is totally experimenting until you can create the shade that you desire. And for your third paper, you're going to create a third skin tone. Your goal is to create 3 different skin tones, 3 unique skin tones. Each one should look unique and beautiful, just like how our skin tones are unique and beautiful. Don't forget, the first step is to add lots of layers of white to create some viscosity, and then you can start experimenting with the other colors in your bin. Okay, artists, something super important is if you're going to use red, because some of us have a red undertone in our skin tone, red is a super bossy color. Red likes to take over wherever it is being put. So I like to dab a little bit of my red paint on my paper towel, only have a little bit on the tip of my brush. See that? Just a little bit. Then I can lay it down on my paper and start blending, blending, blending. You'll notice, look how quickly that red spread and starts to really take over my entire paper. It's beautiful, but if you use too much, it's probably not going to create the skin tone that you want. So, just like when creating shades, if you're going to use a red, use just a little bit, and then you can always add more. All right, artist, I hope this helps you understand how to create different skin tones. Again, today is all about experimenting. When we add white, we create a tint. When we add black, we create a shade. Okay, happy blending. I hope you have fun, take chances, and stay curious.